All right, everyone, buckle up because we're diving deep into the world of AI. And let me tell you, things are getting seriously interesting.
Oh, absolutely. And the speed of these advancements, it's mind-blowing, really.
Yeah, well, that's what we're here to unpack, right? I mean, from what I'm seeing in AI Today, this morning report, it seems like we're on the cusp of some seriously transformative changes. And well, I, for one, am excited to dig in.
Yeah, me too. And I think what's really striking is just how diverse these applications are. We're talking about everything from like revolutionizing energy consumption to pushing the boundaries of space exploration and even, accelerating the discovery of new drugs. It's incredible.
It is incredible. And speaking of energy consumption, one of the biggest headlines from AI Today this morning was about a company making some serious breakthroughs with something called neuromorphic computing.
Oh, yeah, neuromorphic computing. This is fascinating stuff. I mean, essentially, it's all about taking inspiration from the human brain, right? Like, how can we design AI systems that operate more like our own neural network?
So instead of those traditional, bulky energy guzzling processors.
Exactly. We're talking about spiking neural networks. These things mimic the way neurons fire in our brains, transmitting information through pulses of energy. And the result, well, it's a level of computational efficiency that we've never really seen before.
Okay, so help me out here. I'm imagining like a future where our smartphones and laptops can run incredibly complex AI applications, but without needing to be constantly plugged in.
You got it. That's exactly the kind of potential we're talking about. And not just for personal devices either. Think about the massive data centers that power our online world. Neuromorphic computing could slash their energy consumption, which would be a huge win for sustainability.
Yeah, I mean, that's a game changer right there.
Yeah.
So green tech AI at the forefront of it all. That's exciting stuff.
It is. And it really speaks to how AI can be a force for positive change,
Okay.
addressing some of the most pressing challenges we face.
All right, well, let's shift gears a bit because the other news that's been making waves, especially on X, is about, autonomous satellites.
Oh, yeah, this is huge news. I mean, NASA and an AI startup have teamed up to create a satellite that can actually adjust its own orbit without any human input.
Hold on, I mean, that's a historic first,
Yeah.
right? Like we've never had a satellite that can make those kinds of decisions on its own.
Nope, never before. And just think about the implications for space exploration. We're talking about long duration missions to distant planets, moons, even where constant communication with Earth just isn't feasible.
I'm trying to wrap my head around this.
Yeah.
So these satellites, they could be out there for years, maybe even decades, collecting data, analyzing it, and making decisions about where to go and what to investigate all on their own.
Exactly. Imagine a satellite that spots something unusual on a distant moon, maybe a potential sign of life or some geological anomaly. It could adjust its course on the fly to get a closer look, all without us having to wait for commands from Earth.
It's mind-blowing. Like we're talking about a whole new era of autonomous space exploration, and this is happening now.
It is, and it's just the beginning. I think we're going to see AI play an increasingly important role in space travel in the years to come.
All right, so before we, totally lose ourselves in the vastness of space, let's bring it back down to Earth for a minute because there was one more piece of news from AI today that I think is worth digging into. And that's about AI being used to accelerate drug discovery.
Ah, yes. This is another area where AI is showing incredible promise. I mean, the process of developing new drugs is traditionally incredibly time-consuming and expensive, right? But AI is changing all that.
So how does it work? Like, how can AI speed up this process?
Well, picture this. You've got an AI platform that can analyze massive data sets of medical information, everything from clinical trial results to genetic data to scientific papers. And this platform is designed to identify patterns and connections that human researchers might miss.
So it's like having a superpowered research assistant that can sift through mountains of data and pinpoint the most promising leads.
Exactly. And the implications are huge. We're talking about potentially bringing life-saving treatments to market faster and at a lower cost.
So what are we talking about here? Like, are we on the verge of curing diseases that were once thought to be incurable?
Well, I don't want to overpromise, but the potential is certainly there. AI could help us develop treatments for everything from cancer to Alzheimer's to, even the common cold. And not just treatments either. We're talking about preventative measures and personalized medicine tailored to an individual's unique genetic makeup.
Okay, hold on, because this is where my brain starts to spin a little bit. I mean, personalized medicine tailored to your specific DNA. That sounds like science fiction.
I know it sounds futuristic, but it's closer than you think. With AI, we can analyze a person's genetic data, identify their risk factors, and develop treatments that are specifically designed to address their individual needs.
Wow, okay. So we've covered a lot of ground here today,
Hmm.
from energy-efficient computing to autonomous satellites to AI-driven drug discovery. It
Hmm.
seems like AI is poised to transform just about every aspect of our lives.
I think that's a fair assessment. And, while it's incredibly exciting to think about all the positive changes that AI can bring about, it's also important to be mindful of the ethical considerations.
Right, because with any powerful technology, there's always the potential for misuse or unintended consequences.
Exactly. We need to ensure that AI is developed and deployed responsibly, that it benefits all of humanity and doesn't exacerbate existing inequalities.
Well said. Okay, so as we wrap up here, I'm left wondering what other groundbreaking AI advancements are just around the corner.
Yeah.
I mean, the possibilities really do seem endless.
I agree, and that's what makes this field so fascinating. It's constantly evolving, and there's always something new to discover. I think the key is to approach it with a sense of curiosity and a willingness to embrace the unknown.
Couldn't have said it better myself. All right, folks, that's a wrap on our deep dive into the world of AI. But the conversation doesn't end here. Keep exploring, stay curious, and who knows what incredible breakthroughs we'll be talking about next time.